Boom shakalaka. Welcome back to the Austin Automates YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use Closebot AI and this AI automation workflow to help a solar company recruit for their business. People showed interest at one point in working with this solar company, and they asked me, they said, "Hey, Austin, can you build a database reactivation bot that goes through old potential recruits and finds people that are still interested?" And I said, absolutely, let's do it. So I built out this AI automation. I'm going to show you how the bot flow works and then the automations that actually put these people in the different pipelines. And it's super simple, super quick. And so let's just dive right in. The very first thing that I had to do is DBR, database reactivation for recruiting. I've only sent 220 messages, and we have 7 people that said they're interested, 2 in Michigan specifically, or so 7, 8, 9 total, 2 that are in Michigan specifically. We're looking for people in Michigan. They get special priority because for whatever reason they want to know if the person is in Michigan. And then the rest of the people, either way, they want to recruit all of them. So let's go to the automations. The very first thing that I did is we have to set out a message that adds a tag, and it basically says, hey, is this contact first name who sells solar? Because a lot of these people that opted in to work with the solar company, they sold solar. Now, this doesn't have to be for solar. This could be for any business that collects or tries to recruit over the years, and they have this list of people that potentially wanted to work with them. This could work for brokerages that are trying to recruit real estate agents that have a list of real estate agents that were interested in working with them. This could work for network marketers, people that were recruiting. This could work for any recruitment base, any door-to-door business, pest control, roofing, windows, siding, solar, anyone that recruits. And they have a list of people that potentially wanted to work with them or past recruits, and they want to reactivate those people and see if they're still interested in working with them, whether or not it's a couple years later. So the first message that goes out is, hey, is this contact first name who sells solar? And then it adds a tag, recruit DBR sent. And then it waits 7 days. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a second attempt, because if they respond to this message, then I have a workflow that pulls them out of this follow-up so they don't keep getting reached out to. But the very first thing is inside of the bot, the very first step is it adds the tag that the person responded. So then inside of high level, if I go to responded to campaign, so contact tag added is responded, then it updates the opportunity and moves them to responded. And we, oops, we do have to do remove from workflow. Forgot to add that. Another workflow. And let's do first respond addresses. All right, now it's going to be removing people from, I need to fix that, the people that have responded and put in this opportunity stage and remove them from that workflow so they don't get double hit. So that is what it does, is it sends that first message. Are you still interested in working with us? They respond. Now, here's the thing. Whenever I do the hey, is this contact first name that sells solar? Who is this? Question mark. They're all response. Whatever it is, then it sends out the first message. Hey, this is Will Ellermans with Snapper Academy. I used to sell solar with Nevo, and now we've merged to Spartan Solar. We are looking for some rock stars, and I thought of you. Would you be open to working with us directly at Spartan Solar? Now we have AI that will then be able to disposition their response, and it adds different tags based on their response. Now it doesn't need to look like this. I made it look all kind of all over the place just for a to catch some attention. Usually I'll have it be just a little bit cleaner, and let's just stretch this back out so that it's a little bit cleaner, the flow. And okay, so now it says, hey, are you still interested in working with us? Now, yes, they're interested. No, they're not interested. They sell solar with another company, or they're already with the company that we are inquiring about. So the second they say, yes, they're interested, it modifies the tag and it immediately says, hey, they're interested, and puts them inside of interested in selling solar with us column based on the automation because the tag was added. And then this statement says, perfect. What state do you live in? Now they answer which state they live in. And if they say Michigan, they live in Michigan, it adds the tag, then goes to the next statement. Anything else they say, it just goes to this next statement and says, perfect. Here's the next step. Go to the link, fill out the super quick form, then follow the steps after. Message me back the word done once you have completed it. So that's how that step works. So they say yes. It asks them, they say yes. It puts them in the yes column. Then it asks them what state they're in. If they say Michigan, it changes their column. If they don't, if they just stay in this column here, giving their people that make phone calls, their recruiting call agents, the opportunity to give these people a call and reach out to them. And then it also does disposition people that say not interested or with another company or with that specific company. Now, if they're with another company, I mean, these people could then go in a follow-up automation, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 6 months down the road, and just saying like, hey, are you happy with that? With this, keep in mind, I have 6,000 people that they want me to go through. And so, what this bot is doing is not only finding people that are interested in working with them, but it's also organizing their data to where they know people that are interested, people that are not interested, people that are actually actively selling solar but working with another company that they could potentially recruit, and then people that are already with that solar company. And so if the person says they're not interested, then it modifies the tag, puts them in that column that says not interested, and then it will then say, hey, I totally get it. Well, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or ever change your mind. Now, I could try and sell them in the bot and create some rebuttals and some responses like, hey, well, what would it take for you to be interested? No, 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 no. But I wanted to keep this super simple right off the bat. And like I said, we've only sent 220 messages and we've already got 9 people from this. And I've got 6,000 messages, 6,000 people in the database to go. Now, if they say they're already working with another company, it says, okay, no worries. We're not in the business of trying to get people to switch. If you're happy where you are at, if you're happy with where you're at, have a great rest of your day, contact first name, and you know where to find me if anything changes. That way, what I could do is also send them the link like, hey, if anything changes or you want to check out what our company's about, go here to this link and you can check out our company. Because they do 2 live calls, and that's what this right here is sending them to. This link is sending them to basically a twice a week webinar that they use to recruit people. And then if the person says, they sell solar with another company, look, we're not trying to steal you. If you're happy, stay there. If they say they're already with Spartan Solar, then it says, oh, excellent, glad to hear. Hope to see you crushing it out there. Now, obviously, we could add some other stuff on here, like if we wanted to engage with people that are already with the company, if there was a purpose for doing that. But really, we don't really find a purpose in doing that. Now, you'll see how just modify tags are there. So every step, every time they say something, it modifies a tag, which then that tag dispositions them inside of this pipeline so that now when that business owner or that company comes here, they can see right away where everybody is at. And then obviously go to the conversations tab and they can communicate with people that are interested. And let's see, Jay Johnson. Yeah, like this person said, hey Jay, would you is this Jay who sells solar? Yes. Who is this? This is Will Ellerments. Hey Will, nice to meet you, brother. Love your content. Let's hop on a time call to discuss things in detail. Perfect. What state do you live in? Virginia. Perfect. Go to this link. And that's basically how that works, and then how the automations are working. Now you could build out these automations in one workflow. I did this because I wanted to keep it a little bit cleaner and I wanted to see the numbers here so that I could actually use this kind of as tracking. But basically, interested in selling solar, when tag is added, interested in Spartan, like when this tag right here is added, interested in Spartan, then it creates the opportunity and it updates that pipeline stage. And what I'll do is add a notification because we're just running. Started running tests on this. Like I said, for you guys, I don't build things and then not test them. I build them, test them when they work, then I show them and I give them away to you guys. And then the same thing, not interested. When tag is added, not interested, then they get disposition in the pipeline, DBR recruiting, not interested. And so it's pretty simple, straight to the point. Sends out that first message, hey, are you still open to working with us? They respond, DBR tag added, recruit DBR sent, message sent. So I think that I did that wrong. DBR message sent. Oh, I did. So what I need to do is DBR message sent, tag added, update opportunity. I think that is redundant. And then contact tag added, responded to DBR recruitment. Let me make sure that that is the right tag. Responded to DBR recruitment, copy. Yeah, responded to campaign. Okay, and then update the opportunity to responded. And now we have that remove workflow. So I have a redundant workflow in here by accident, which is the DBR sent tag added update opportunity. Yeah, that's redundant because that is already done inside of this first one. Okay, well, that is step by step how you can turn old or cold recruitment data into brand new people that are looking to work with you, that are still interested in working with a company. And again, this could be used for any door to door business team that sells door to door products. This could, because they're always recruiting, network marketing, direct sales, real estate brokerages. I'm sure some of you can think of other ways on how to turn older cold recruitment data into, you know, potential clients. Boom. So that's step by step how to turn old or cold recruiting data into fresh new recruits, interviews, and all that stuff. And if you would like my Closebot version 2 template, I do give that away absolutely free when V2 is released. What you need to do is you need to go inside of my school community GHL blueprint and under database reactivation mastery. It might be in a different location at a later date, but if you go to Closebot V2 templates, click this and there is a link where you can register to get access to all my V2 templates where I give away this template, my other database reactivation templates, my reputation management templates. And so the link is inside of the description. If you click the link inside of the description, it should be, I don't know exactly what the link is. Click the link in the description and it'll take you right to my school community where you can get access to the community itself and you can get access to a lot of other stuff, but the database reactivation Closebot V2 templates. Please reach out if you have any questions and I look forward to seeing you in future trainings.